Unless you learn to alchemize your S3X energy, you'll never be able to see beyond the physical appearance or the physical world. This world has one major lesson that we all need to learn. Just because it looks good doesn't mean it's good for you. Let me explain. Hi, my name is Nakula and I help men master their S3X energy so you can become a powerhouse both in and outside the bedroom and live a peaceful, prosperous, and healthy life. Now, to do this, I put a bunch of free resources together, including the free S3X transmutation guide. The link is in the description below. This world is so tempting to fall into so many traps, and as technology advances and the world becomes smaller and you have access to more people's S3X content and energy, the temptation is just going to get harder and harder. That's why so many men are degrading themselves with so many depleting activities, such as watching adult videos, drugs, alcohol, so many different temptations. Here's why. They are essentially vibrating at the frequency of the root chakra or the physical reality. This physical reality is an energy. Albert Einstein said, there is no matter. Matter, what we perceive as matter, is simply energy that's slowed down, so it's lowered its vibration into what we perceive as physical. Nikola Tesla said, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of frequency, attraction, and vibration. In the text Srimad Bhagavatam, in one of the purports by the spiritual master Srila Prabhupada, he said 3 times, there is no material world, there is no material world, there is no material world. Meaning that the physical reality in which you see, while it's real, it's temporary and an illusion. It is reflective of the spiritual world or consciousness. Consciousness is what's real. And to perceive consciousness or to perceive the energy of someone, you have to be able to see beyond the physical. People who are simply vibrating at the physical level, you can see they put all their attention to the physical. They're obsessed on how they look. They're obsessed about the way other people look. They're obsessed about things like status and recognition. They're obsessed with things like money because it's all physical and they're vibrating at that level. And look, I know I've spent most of my years vibrating at that level, obsessed with these things. And I've floated spiritual, material. But every time I fall back into my material consciousness, there's pain. Things don't work. There's inner disturbances. I go down so many different rabbit holes or get involved with so many different things because I'm lusty, trying to satisfy that root chakra or that physical appearance, and it can never be satisfied because it's an illusion. It's like trying to live a fulfilling life through somebody else. It will never happen because it's an illusion. The only way to get into fulfillment, to really experience peace, inner harmony, and a transcendental life is to see beyond the physical. People who are vibrating strictly at the physical level, while they might be able to put on an appearance in a show of being a great person, that's what the world's obsessed with today, right? Everybody's standing on their moral high ground. I'm better than you. That's what all political movements are about today. My philosophy and political ideology is better than your philosophy and political ideology. They're actually the same thing, just different sides of the same coin. The energy underneath them, beyond the physical, is the same. So you think you're better than that person. You're both the same. You're just manifesting it differently. And because you can't see beyond the physical, you can't see that you're the exact same. People who are vibrating at the physical level or at the root chakra level or can only see the physical. They're generally full of fear, envy, guilt, shame, all kinds of traumas. And then they try to fulfill those traumas or heal those traumas either through S3X. I mean, largely that's what hookup culture is all about. Attention. Those relationships are simply based on physical attraction or the idea of somebody, but not actually their character. That's why so many people get duped, whether by political leaders or clever salesmen or people on Tinder. How do so many people get duped? So many people fall into relationships that as soon as the honeymoon phase is over, it turns toxic? It's because it was always toxic. It's just the illusion that you've built on top of it. People who are vibrating at this level, they settle for surface-based relationships. They settle for surface-based careers. Their whole thing is driven by a surface-based existence. And then we wonder, why are so many people depressed? Why are so many people sad? Why are so many people filled with anxiety and problems? It's because they're governed by their flesh and not their spirit. And the spirit is actually what's real. That's why if you meet someone and you find them attractive, don't sleep with them. Wait. See who they are. Learn their character. Learn their levels of integrity. This will reveal their true vibration. If you just hang out with someone enough, eventually who they are will really show up. And if you are truly someone who is operating at a higher level, you'll be able to clearly see it. And you'll protect yourself from being duped. And you'll also be able to see people's greatness even beyond the flaws that we all have. I'm not saying I'm perfect at all. Don't get me wrong. I have my own stuff I'm working on. That's why we're all here. But we must acknowledge it. When we're only vibrating at that level, things come easily, but then they go quickly. Oh yeah, I'm making tons of money now. Why am I still not satisfied? I got tons of chicks now. Why am I still not satisfied? I've been working out. I got bigger muscles now. Why am I still not satisfied? Because you will never feel satisfied if you simply try to satisfy the flesh. The Stoic philosophers talked lots about this, that the flesh is quick satisfaction, quick pleasure. But if you want true fulfillment, true happiness, you have to learn to satisfy the intellect and the soul. This is why alchemy is, and S3X alchemy is the essence of all religious and spiritual practices around the world. You can make a show of spirituality. You can, put on all kinds of spiritual paraphernalia. You can call yourself a priest or a swami or whatever. You can you just wave your sage around all day long. You can meditate on crystals. You can read all the spiritual material. But the essence of all spiritual practices and religions is S3X alchemy. That's why I've decided, because I've spent time with the Buddhists. I've grew up in the Catholic Church. I spent time with the Hare Krishnas. I don't care which form of worship you take. The essence of all of them is the same. You must go down to the root of your issue, which is lust, which is your selfish nature, and alchemize that back into its pure energy, which is selfless love. The Christians called it agape. In Sanskrit, it's called bhakti, devotional service or selfless service. A person's way of expressing their S3X energy is their true nature. That's why most people are lower than the animals. See, at least the animals are regulated by nature's design. But as a human being, you have been granted the opportunity of consciousness. You've been granted the opportunity to make good decisions, freedom. But that freedom isn't that you can do whatever you want. There are laws to nature. There are higher powers than you and me. And unless you align with those higher powers and understand those higher powers, you will always find that your bank account will be broke. Your business won't grow. You'll find that your relationships get stifled. You'll find that your health is suffering. S3X alchemy is about taking your lust, transforming it back to its natural pure state of love. And love is patient, love is kind, love is all fulfilling. And you'll make good decisions when you have a loving heart. You'll make good decisions in your relationship, and you won't be led by the flesh. Again, if you're led by the flesh, remember what I said at the beginning. Just because it looks good doesn't mean it's good for you. But that's what the whole corporate system is. Why do you think they put packaging on everything and we buy the package and not the substance? Why do you think they make apples look nice and shiny? Ooh, look at that red shiny apple. Even though the apple can be rotten at its core, full of poison, full of chemicals. Ooh, look at that person. They're so sexy, but they have no integrity. They're full of sadness. They're full of trauma. They're full of baggage. But yet you ignore all that when you're vibrating at that level as well, because it will tempt you. That's the analogy of the devil, or Mara in Buddhism, or Maya in the Vedics. Can you see beyond the physical reality? There's nothing wrong with a beautiful woman. There's nothing wrong with the strong muscles. There's nothing wrong. But if you're ruled by it, then you're ruled by your lower energies, and you will suffer in this world. And you will be caught in the frequency of turbulence, envy, shame, regret. You'll continue your whole life like the donkey chasing the carrot, and you'll never catch the carrot. It will never satisfy you. If you're ready to transform your life, if you're ready to actually live a truly healthy, wealthy, and prosperous, peaceful life full of joy, connection, discover who you are, the talents that God has given you, that nature has put inside of you. If you want to discover all that, then reach out and connect with me. You could start with the free S3X transmutation guide. You can also book some time with me directly on my calendar. Let's connect. Let's talk. Let's talk about your goals, your vision, where you want to go. And I'll show you the process of S3X Alchemy and my Powerhouse Man training system, which is transforming lives all around the world. So if you're ready for that journey, go ahead and connect with me. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell button so you never miss a video. I appreciate you being part of the channel. I'll see you on the next video.